Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. How is everyone doing? Welcome back to the Jovi B show. Hello YouTube, hello Facebook, hello everyone in between. And as always, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, subscribe now, subscribe later. Follow me on YouTube, JoviBeauty, okay? And subscribe to my other social media platforms. I'm JoviBeauty on all platforms. So please follow, please subscribe. And today's video is about Azriel Clary. So before we go on with the get on and show y'all what has been happening, let's do this intro. Okay, guys. So Azriel recently did an interview. I believe it dropped today with The Sun. I think The Sun is a UK like tabloid magazine. This video is let's just read it. But before we read it, before we go into the get in, thank you all for coming. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to drop a comment. If you're on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to follow us on YouTube. And before we get into the article, I want to shout out one of my sponsors. Okay, here we go. Hey Beauty School Drop-ins, it's Jovi, and I wanted to tell you about this amazing new app called Ebony Life. Now, if you're looking for a community of like-minded Black women to discuss all sorts of topics, Ebony Life is for you. Okay, they're available on Android and on Apple products, all right? So download the app and let's get chatting and tell them Jovi sent you. Okay. So now let's get into this article, guys, because we need to get into this article. So it's from The Sun. Breaking her silence, R. Kelly has hundreds of victims and forced some to make child porn to blackmail them into silence. Ex Azriel Clary says, goodness gracious. Okay, so we're gonna play the video. Let's play it. I can't show it, but we're gonna play it so y'all can hear it.
He beat me with a shoe, a size 12 foot Air Force One, and he beat me all over, which felt like hours, and I was whelped all the way from my neck down. I met him when I was 17. Someone from his entourage came and gave me Robert's number on a sheet of paper, and that was the start of everything. He has girlfriends in every city. He has flings in every city. There's usually 3 main cities in every state, so 3 times 50. That lets you know how many, women is probably out there, and that's probably not even hitting it on the nail. He makes everyone do very degrading stuff, whether on film or, he makes them do degrading stuff, writing it down. He makes them sign it. And I think a lot of women are ashamed or embarrassed to come out because of stuff like that, because it'll be incriminating them. There's so much stuff. He has letters of people saying that they've stole from him. He has letters of, people saying that, they've been molested or touched by, their parents or their brothers or a family member. He even has people on film molesting their younger nieces or younger brothers. And so I know a lot of women out there are embarrassed and are humiliated and are ashamed to come out because this man had that much power to control me, to molest my younger niece or to molest my younger brother. I wouldn't, personally, had I ever done anything like that, I would be entirely too ashamed to come forward. Thankfully, I've never been in that situation, but have I seen it done to other women? Yes, I have. You could not do anything without him knowing. You would have to ask him if you could go to the restroom. You would have to knock anytime you entered or left a room, you couldn't make calls without him knowing. You definitely had to wear, very loose clothing, anything that was tight, hugging, revealing, even a simple shirt like this, I wouldn't have been able to wear. The fact that I looked so young, I had to wear hats every time I left out. He beat me with a shoe, a size 12 foot Air Force One, and he beat me all over, which felt like hours, and I was whelped all the way from my neck down. He made her run me a bathtub of warm water, and he made her bathe me, and afterwards, he came in there, and he apologized and sobbed and cried, and did all, he did everything to try and make me feel like he was so sincere and so sorry.
That's how dudes who abuse you act.
There's been so many years that, I've gone without even bringing them up or thinking about them, that I've really just lost touch with them. And that's definitely the most heartbreaking thing, like not being able to see your brother or your dad for 3-4 years and you still not wanting to tell them. And it's tough, but I'm getting there and I'm appreciative of that. So.
Okay, y'all. So, yeah, we just heard that. All right. So, this is one of the pictures that she posted when she was 17. She looks crazy. The wig is crazy. Everything is crazy. Yeah. She looks like a child. Look at her hair. He feels so excited, don't he? Nasty ass old man. She looks sad. He looks rusty dusty. His hair dry. He needs some grease. Well, yeah, she also said she was forced to have sex like 5 times a day. And, it was a lot. It was a lot to read. It's a lot to, it was a lot to read. It was a lot to take in. It was a lot to hear. I just finished listening to Tasha K, and I kind of agree with Tasha K. This girl, Azriel, she needs to get off of social media and she needs to go into therapy. Or else she's going to end up with, and I've said this before. I've said this so many times. She's going to end up with another dude. Her and Jocelyn is going to end up with another rapper, another pimp, another pimp on the streets of Chicago or somewhere, just using them up, using their life up, using their beauty up. And it freaking sucks, y'all. It sucks. It's disgusting. I wanted to talk about it, so we spoke about it. Okay, let's go on to another. We'll take some comments now. We'll go on to another topic because she does. She looks like a child wearing her mother's clothes and weave. And, I understand that, everybody isn't the same and everybody isn't strong. They are grown. We need to remember, I was having a conversation with my mother earlier today. And we need to remember, we put so much, well, then they should have left and all of this shit. There are grown women. There are grown women in situations like this and worse who can't find it within them to leave. Y'all put way too much responsibility on these little girl children instead of, well, maybe he shouldn't have been a pervert. Maybe he shouldn't have been, a pervert. Maybe he shouldn't have been going after children. Maybe he should have not trying to been controlling people and telling them when they need to piss and shit and beating on them. Okay, emotional, mental, and physical abuse is real. And just because you may not have been through something, that doesn't mean that another woman or especially a little girl. That's why a lot of these men go after young girls, because their minds are easily, managed. They're easily made to do whatever that the man wants, because they don't know any better. Okay, so they don't know any better. They're children. You can listen to her. Even on her IG when she comes on sometimes, she's a freaking child. She's still a 17-year-old girl mentally. Okay, she's still a 17-year-old girl. So you don't have to, agree, but when people attack in certain ways, it says more about you than it does about them. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Hello, Cherie. Hello, Camilla. Hey, Mary. How you doing? Yeah, tell that to the 13-year-old girl, to the 12-year-old girl he pissed on 10 years ago. I understand that some of y'all been obsessed with R. Kelly forever. It doesn't change the fact that he's a pervert. I used to love Usher. I still be jamming to Usher. It doesn't change the fact that he got herpes and he out here giving chicks herpes and shit pussing from his penis. The reality is the reality. I ain't messing with, but the reality is the reality, and you can deal with the reality of the situation or no. Yes, they do. Bunny says, there's a voodoo queen who will tell you there are old men who draw young women youth away like they are sucking from a straw. R. Kelly used them for their youth. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And then you end up being, 25 and, all woe out. And he popping and locking and just, lollygagging up the block. Apparently not, Jem. Black girls aren't allowed to be girls, 50-year-old dudes, poor 50-year-old victims. They are victimized by some poor little 12-year-old girl. Poor him. If only he would have not got tricked and not put his nasty old penis in some little child with prepubescent titties. Yeah, she will continue to be mentally 17 for a very long time. A very long time. A pervert that thank you. But again, I get it. You obsessed. You wish it was you that was eating that shit. Hey, Queen, how are you? Shot him shit. He needed grease on him, in between them. He needed a deep condition. That's what happens. He might have been found. He was found out guilty because he sent the girl away. But it is what it is. And now he's going to pay for everything. He's going to pay for it. And that's just what it is. So I do want to give a shout out. Hold up. Let me give a shout out. I want to give a shout out. I need to remember to Ashley. Okay. I want to give a shout out to Ashley. Ashley sent in a donation earlier today with some information. So she was donating with the info. Okay. With the info. Hold up. Oops. I just had it. There is this school. Earlier today, we made a video on the coronavirus. And after the video came through, one of our subs sent me a donation. Shout out to you. And she also sent me some information about a school right here in Tennessee called West Collarville Middle School. Okay. They closed the school down. Okay, they closed the school down because over a third of the students yesterday were sick with flu-like symptoms. Over a third, do you hear me? Over a third of the student body was sick with flu-like symptoms. So they closed the school down until, I guess they saying like Monday, but really until further notice. They said about 462 kids were sick, and the school only has about 1,000 and something, 1,300, something like that. 36% of the kids were sick. The school is closed to at least until Friday, until they see where things are going. And I just wanted to add that little bit of information as a follow-up to the video we had earlier. When I say things are real, and they're happening here. They're happening here, whether you realize it or not. Shout out to Ashley for sending that information to me. Shout out for her for donating. Remember, all donations are accepted. We appreciate you, boo. So shout out to her for donating to the channel, and shout out to her even more for sending that information. Tennessee, 36% of the students, that's more than a third, absent with the flu. Okay. And let me also say, I just want to connect this because some people ain't too bright. So I'm going to help you out. I saw people saying like, well, the swine flu had 8,000 people got the swine flu. Right now, we're up to 7,000 with this coronavirus as of like an hour ago. The swine flu had, or was SARS. SARS had 8,000 people and only like 800 people died or something like that, right? That was the whole duration of, you understand? Do you understand? That was the whole duration of the SARS epidemic. Only 8,000 people are infected, okay? The 7,000 people that they're claiming are infected now were people who were infected 2 weeks ago that are just showing signs. Okay, let's think about this, yo. Let's really think about this. The 132 people who have died is based off of numbers from 2 weeks ago. Okay, not off of the numbers that are there. They're not off the numbers that are out today. Okay. Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't have to say certain things certain ways because, certain people supposed to have enough common sense, but, everybody ain't got them common sense. So if we are on allegedly day 3, is day 3? Is day 2? Day 3? Day 3, the whole run of the SARS had 8,000, let's say 9,000, let's say 8,000 for y'all, but 9,000 for y'all benefit. 9,000 people infected. Day 3 of the outbreak that they are acknowledging from 2 weeks ago. Day 3. We're at over 7,000. Damn near 8,000. And that's just what they're reporting. Okay. All right. Ooh, also, I was doing some more searching and, digging regarding the coronavirus situation, and I found a video in China, from China, people in China, because right now, for the last day or so, you can't really. There's a video of a man who is just a couple of people just standing there and just drop it. He wasn't dead. He just passed out. Well, I don't know if he was dead. Who knows? Anyway, but you can't find any. It's very hard to find videos or anything or information from regular people. Everything that's coming out of China is basically what China wants you to know. Okay, so let's just say that, start with that. But I was able to find a video of someone recording, basically showing that they're quarantined. Okay, they're quarantined. And what do I mean by that? Their doors, the police, the military, the whatever they call them over there, locked. People are showing that their doors are locked from the outside. Okay, like the guy pushed the door in, and it was like a bracket that was locked, that basically they drilled into the wall and into the door, that the door could only open like this much. So yeah, that's what's happening. So again, by the time we wake up in the morning, we will have some more corona news. So be prepared. I'm prepared. I've seen people who were sick. I was like, just be prepared. Okay, be prepared. Take care of yourself, and just stay away from people in general. If people are sick, not just Asian people, just anybody, child, because it's just anybody. All right, let me keep going. Miss Wright, you don't think R. Kelly was guilty? We're going to have to agree to disagree, boo. It probably is another man-made virus. Yes, thank you, thank you, Tosh. Thank you, Ashley, for your donation. It is and was greatly appreciated. Like I said, all donations are appreciated. We appreciate you over here, okay? Helping to build and maintain the channel and the content. Okay, we love you, boo. All right, I just want to open the stuff so I can see everything that's happening. All right. Yeah, Jane, they just started. When we woke up this morning, I don't want to really go in on the coronavirus update. I made a whole video earlier. Please go watch it. But for the most part, we woke up this morning with 16 quarantine locations in the United States. Okay, yeah. Things are getting real. Thank you, Ledford. I appreciate you. And don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon page. First video is up. Second video will be up on Friday. Okay. Friday's the 1st, the 31st. So the second video will be up on the 1st. You know, Patreon charges people every 1st of the month. So the second video will be up on the 1st. Thank you to everyone who supports the Patreon. Thank you all the kind words left on the video that I posted earlier this week. I really appreciate you. Really needed to hear them. You're the MVP. You are the MVP. Okay. Um, 10 to 14, darling. It's 10 to 14 days. So yeah, they're talking about numbers from 2 weeks ago. We still got people. And I saw this man made a whole chart. I was watching a video. He made a whole chart, and basically in a month, a couple 100 million people around the world will be infected in a month, the way the trajectory is going. And like it is a 20% like mortality rate. Like what? Like when they tell you certain things like that, you have to pay attention. Common sense ain't common, but you gotta have some. They talking about 7,000 people infected as of today, and 150 or whatever people are dead, but they're telling you it's a 20% mortality rate. Come on, people. Can we put it together? 120 people was the 20% of the people who were infected initially when they first started to see this shit spread. She said, Sherry said, I went to Home Depot after the live earlier and got some more blue glove masks, Lysol, Myas, and bleach. Spent $50, but it was worth it. Girl, do what you got to do. Listen, expect the worst, hope for the best. That's all I can say. Suspect the worst and hope for the best. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My dog don't be outside just roaming the streets. So I don't know. It's bad enough. I don't care if dogs get it. It can travel. It's went from animals. Once it goes from animals, if it's an animal to animal that's the word. Transmission. I was about to say transition. Anyway, transmission. No shade, no tea, but that's not going to affect us as bad as it is now. If it's an animal to human transmission, no shade, no tea, it's not going to affect us as bad as it will now. But it has mutated from a human to human transmission. I can't think right now. Whatever. It is mutated from a human to human transmission. AKA, we don't need no animals. All right. We just are people. I almost hugged somebody today and I had to jump back real fast. Telling you. I knew something was up before the coronavirus. I mean, my doctor told me that there are multiple flu viruses this year and the flu shot doesn't cover all of them. Ooh. I don't get the flu shot. I haven't had this flu shot in years. I ain't gonna lie. I explained this, Beth. I explained this. I'm gonna leave you to go back and rewind and watch earlier's video because, yeah, I know. No, wear it. Why not? She said, would it be offensive if I wore a mask on my court date tomorrow is at child courthouse and I know there are always a bunch of kids around? Why not? Wear it. Friday the 31st. Okay, so yeah, the new video will be up on the patreon.com/JoviBeauty. The new video will be up on the Patreon on Saturday morning. And there's different videos that's added for different levels. So just so you know, FYI, the higher the level, the more videos that you get regarding different topics. Hey, Jordan. Sunday was just a tragedy. Is me or someone needs to go upside Kylie Jenner's head for letting us all know she flew in the same chopper with the pilot with Black China's daughter for her 3rd birthday. Jesus. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Why not? Why I would. And then we speak about it earlier that they said that the virus lives on surfaces for 5 freaking days. Okay, 5 days. I don't even think the flu live on surfaces that long. Child, ain't enough urgent care beds in this country to deal with the amount of people who would get sick enough to need urgent care beds. I think there's like 100,000 urgent care beds in the whole country, they said, and most of those are already filled. Okay. They're giving masks out for free. Well, I don't know if they're gonna continue doing that, but try it. Try it. He going to the vet. He going to the vet and he gonna be isolated. Are you talking to me? She talking to me? Let me make sure. You talking to me? I'm just making sure. Girl, they just shut, like I said, they just shut down the school in where it was? Tennessee. No, Gorgeously said, Jovi, someone needs to call China out for this. Do you agree that they are being irresponsible with handling this virus? I believe that China is doing what China wants to do, and I think no one is. They care about money too much. They care about money too much, and they're not going to do anything. Okay, I was just checking to see if I saw. They're not going to do anything because capitalism is real and they will let you die. People keep telling you they will let you die for $1. They'll do that shit here. People don't, they want to keep their good standing. People love to travel there. People get all of their food, all of their everything from China, so I think a lot of these countries are afraid to say something because, get on China bad side, your people might get the flu, and then they also might starve to death because China ain't gonna send you nothing to eat. And we don't grow food anywhere. Not here. Especially not here. Especially Western countries. We don't do that. So I think, yes, I believe that they should, but it's just not gonna happen. Hey, Shawnee. Oh, Shantae, sorry. I don't know why I said I don't know why I saw Shawnee. Patreon is where we do certain videos that do not go on YouTube. There will not be oh, I put it on Patreon and that I'm put it on YouTube a couple days later. No. Patreon got its own separate videos than YouTube. We get more in depth on Patreon. More raunchier, more honest, very little filter, get back to the cuss, because y'all know I used to cuss up a storm, get back to real specific. Patreon is for a specific type of subscriber. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you. Please support Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, anything. We appreciate you. Patreon. Thank you so much, Ledford. And smash that like button. We appreciate you. That too. You better start cooking your own food. Yes, I posted it earlier. I posted it earlier today. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Would you feel better or worse if your DoorDash driver showed up wearing a mask and gloves when delivering your food? Be honest. I would feel better. I'd be like, okay. I'd be like, oh, okay. I'd be like, oh, okay. I wouldn't freak out. I wouldn't be like, what the hell? I would just be like, or if you ask, I would just say, just in case, you never know. We're out here getting, people out here getting sick. I'm not trying to get sick. That shows that you care about your health and hygiene. At least you can do is bring my food to me. Some people are just nasty. With nasty people, I don't even want you bringing my plate from the kitchen to me. Yeah, that was back in the day. China, she said, now he ain't that big child. She said China thinning out their population. Yeah, but that shit is spreading. Cherie said, I would question them before judgment and then tip for being extra concerned. But we who do DoorDash and Uber Eats know more than the average customers because we are on the inside. Yeah, I would, if anything, I might ask. If I wasn't thinking off the gate, I'd be like, well, why you got a mask on? And if you were to tell me, I'm just being safe. There's a lot of people getting sick out here and just want to be safe, keep your food safe, just have everything safe. I'll be like, okay. And then, I'll add an extra little tip because I'm like, she keeping my food safe. She's trying to be safe, keep my food safe. It's all safe, boo. I would have felt good. I'd be like, okay. Yeah, I don't think they would have an issue with it. I don't know when it started, girl. I have no idea. I don't know. Priceless said, I was looking at news coming out from China and they believe the virus started with animals, but we all know they eat any and everything. Yeah, mutation. But it's way more than just eating. It plus I'm gonna assume a combination of their whole CDC. Well, it's not even a CDC. It's basically a facility that they are working on viruses and stuff like this is actually in Wuhan, the state, city, whatever town that this outbreak started in. So I think it's a combination of all of it. If they ask you to take it off, then you take it off. But I'd be like, it's not like it's a white face mask. It's a white face mask. If the judge asks you to take it off, then I'll just take it off. But like in the lobby and shit, why not? Why not? In the lobby and shit, why not? If they ask you to take it off in the thing that when you're standing there dealing with the judge, then take it off. But I heard a report today that more than 50% of the people in their province where it started has the coronavirus. Yes, it's a lot of reports. We need to find out. Yeah. So besides Azriel, what else is happening today? I feel like so many things happened today. My mother says that I forgot to say allegedly when I was talking about Usher. It's not alleged, Ma. It's a fact. He got sued. The girl got the money. He had to pay a whole bunch of women. He had to acknowledge that he had the herpes. But thank you, Mother. Yeah. All right, let me look. What else is going on that I can think of? Y'all heard that Taraji P. Henson has a new hair care line. It's in Target. Shout out to her. I don't know if I'm going to buy it, but I support. I support her. I'm very funny about my hair, and I'm not buying it just because they came up with a formula and slapped your name on it. No shade, no tea. But I support her. Charlemagne just posted on Instagram. He said, 3 hours ago, he said, stop telling people to buy a passport with their tax return. If you need a tax return to afford $135 passport, you clearly can't afford to go anywhere but back to work. I fell out. That was funny. That was funny. That is funny. Okay. So Vanessa Bryant spoke. She released a statement. I haven't read the statement. I haven't read it. Y'all want to read the statement? Because I don't, let's read the statement. I can't read the statement. Okay. My girls. Okay, so Vanessa Bryant writes, my girls I don't even think she should write. I don't think she have to, but I get, in honor of him and all the love that people are giving him, but my girls and I want to thank the millions of people who've shown support and love during this horrific time. Thank you for all your prayers. We definitely need them. We are completely devastated by the sudden loss of my adoring husband, Kobe, the amazing father of our children, and my beautiful, sweet Gianna, a loving, thoughtful, and wonderful daughter, an amazing sister to Natalia, Bianca, and Capri. We are also devastated for the families who lost their loved ones on Sunday, and we share in their grief intimately. There aren't enough words to describe our pain right now. I take comfort in knowing that Kobe and Gigi both knew that they were so deeply loved. We were so incredibly blessed to have them in our lives. I wish they were here with us forever. They were our beautiful blessings taken from us too soon. I'm not sure what our lives hold beyond today, and it's impossible to imagine my life without them. But we wake up each day trying to keep pushing because Kobe and our baby girl Gigi are shining on us to light the way. Our love for them is endless, and that's to say immeasurable. I just wish I could hug them, kiss them, and bless them, have them here with us forever. Thank you for sharing your joy, your grief, and your support with us. We ask that you grant us the respect and privacy we need to navigate this new reality, to honor our team Mamba family. The Mamba Sports Foundation has set up the Mamba on 3 Fund to help support the other families affected by the tragedy. To donate, please go to mambaon3.org. To further Kobe and Gianna's legacy in youth sports, please visit mambasportsfoundation.org. Thank you so much for lifting us up in your prayers and for loving Kobe, Gigi, Natalia, Bianca, Capri, and me. Y'all made me read that. Oh, gosh. I read it. Don't ask me for no more. Not regarding that. I don't care who wrote it. She wrote it in my eyes, and it's sad. Okay? Stop being so miserable. Yeah. Gosh. She had to approve it, though. Thank you, Shantae. I appreciate all donations. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. You are dope. You are appreciated, and you are loved, girl. Thank you so much. Yeah, fine. Yeah, the publicist did it, but it's just so sad. Listen, it's so sad, and I don't want to deal with it. Okay? I just don't want to deal with it. She says somebody had a video of Nessa crying uncontrollably and Kobe fan. Like this, people have no shame. Jesus. And I'm a YouTuber. Like, gosh. Like some people really have no shame. I'm respecting the family to let them mourn. I don't want to hear any more about Kobe. Yeah, I can't. I want to focus on a pandemic. Like I can't. I just cannot. I cannot. Oh my gosh. It's too much. And I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. Oh gosh. It's too much. I don't even want to go on Instagram, honestly, because I feel like every time I go on Instagram, I see something about it. Every time I go on Instagram, and I just can't. So let's move on. Anything, if we can't come up with anything else, we gonna go because now my back hurt, my head hurt. Don't forget tomorrow at 7 p.m. sharp, okay? We will be doing episode 3 of The Art of Dating, where we will be talking about if you ain't heard, we're not going to have any conversations about it today because you're going to show up tomorrow to watch it. But tomorrow we're going to be talking about what is her name? Tracy Ellis Ross. Okay? And if you don't know, Tracy Ellis Ross, no, we're not going to talk about it. Basically, the episode is entitled Happiness at the Cost of Another Woman. Tracy Ellis Ross. I should put the Tracy Ellis Ross story. Happiness at the cost of another woman. So please, when we get off this video, go over there to, go to the page and, hit the reminder, hit that bell notification so you know when it's coming on. We will be on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Because the time just works better with everybody. Okay. I'm sorry, Royal. I'm sorry. Listen, we're not doing this today. Be here or be square tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, where we will discuss it. Okay. Moni said the news is really praising China for their efforts to contain and their partial sharing of information, all while trying to tell Americans not to worry about catching it. Child, listen. I will put it in the description. She hasn't posted anything, but I will put it in the description of all of our art of the Art of Dating podcast for the 2 we have up, and we'll add it tomorrow's. She hasn't posted anything. Hopefully y'all will tell her tomorrow that she needs to post a video on her page, and hey. She said, my medical insurance is dropping big hits. They sent me a scale and they are paying for a fit bar and gym membership. Why am I too lazy to accept their freebies? I think my insurance pays for gym membership too. I need to go ahead because I told y'all we are on that's really Patreon business. We are on a whole new goal of leveling completely up, whether the coronavirus is out or not. Royal, you have to watch our video from earlier, boo. You have to watch the video from earlier today. We discussed all of that. You know me. I go in with the get in, and I went in, child. But nonetheless, let me get off of here because I got to go walk this dog. He's been patiently waiting. Oh, he's sleeping. He fake sleeping. Anyway, because he heard dog and he was like, what? Can I go pee now? What happened? Can I go pee now? Anyway, we're done. And I hope you live your life like it's golden. Okay? Don't get the coronavirus. Hope you live your life like it's golden because there's no other way to live it.